coming in here because somebody that made me feel some type of way. Now, y'all know I don't do too much of responding to people's videos. But what I do gotta say, guys, is we gotta learn how to stop trying to act like what we do is to our children if we done something to our children. We gotta realize that we are not just, if you know, I'm trying to say this in a way that when people try to justify what they done, like, say for instance, you know what I'm saying, people saying, okay, it's cool that my baby was constipated and I was trying to unconstipate my baby by sticking my finger in my baby. Like, no, man. There is no exception to that. Like, I'm not getting that, and especially a boy baby. You feel me? Like, you got no business, no baby, period. I don't care who that is. That's violation to a child. That's violation, period. You just don't do them things to kids, man. You don't daggone, if your baby is constipated, take your baby to the doctor. You are not the doctor to be sticking your fingers or any kind of object in your child. You're not a doctor. The heck? And then to want to justify, oh, my baby was constipated. All my babies was constipated. Like, okay, I'm not very subject myself to the fact that somebody is saying it's cool to stick anything in a baby. It's very uncomfortable for you to be sticking anything in you. More or less to be sticking an object in a baby or a child or anyone that can remember what you done to them. And my thing is, even if you thought that you was helping your child out by doing that, you didn't help that child out. What you done, hey Miss Linda, what you done is you scarred your son. How can a mother, come on, how can a mother think that it's okay to violate any child? And then you try to justify it by saying, oh yeah, I did this and I did that. No, y'all hit that like button when y'all come in here. Because I'm about to be monetized. And honey, I want my daggone just dues. So y'all, before y'all hear, y'all go ahead and hit them like buttons. Because I think that's what makes me get monetized in here in hell. Sometimes I don't even want to come in here. Because I just can't, and you know, I'm on Roz's side so much, you know. Come on. I'm on Roz's side so much because I mean, she makes points. No, I don't care if you are a mom. You are not a doctor. You do not stick anything in any kid. Period. Y'all hit that like button, please. Yes. So I've been listening to it, and then I ain't got no understanding on how you can that's going in my line. How you can say that you justifying the fact of the matter. Like, that ain't no justifying that. And then people talk about, is there a statute of limitation to being abused? No. If he wanted to right now, he could go and take her down for doing that to him. And you know, then people were saying, well, how come he waited till now to say it? Because he old enough to dad go tell it without getting beat half to death. The hell people thinking? You think he was gonna tell it why he was young and get beat half to death? And then said, oh, he young, he don't know what he talking about? Now I draw a line to shit. And I done draw the line to this shit. I ain't feeling this shit at all, because what they doing is not cool, man. It ain't cool in no kind of way, form, or fashion. And then, for you to get out here and try to justify it. Ain't nobody on that shit. I don't care what old folks did. They was violating kids too, shit. You don't stick no object in no child. Period. Y'all hit that like button. But y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? You just don't do that. And especially a boy. And he was old enough to remember that. And I mean, obviously, he wasn't no little kid. And you've been doing this, and then you sitting there constipated to where they started bleeding. You sticking your finger, which means you're packing whatever is in there. You're not helping it come out. You're pushing it further up and further up in there and in that. That's why they're screaming and hollering. Because you keep sticking your finger in there. I can't go for that. I can't. And I ain't never daggone did that to none of my kids. And anybody that done that as an older person should have felt bad for violating any child like that. That's a violation. Sitting up daggone, sticking your finger. You didn't even say you used any kind of nothing. And then you wonder why he was daggone at the age he was doing things and sticking things in him. Hell, you've been doing it to him all his life. And then you want to justify, oh, they were this and they were that. I don't give a damn. You take your baby to the doctor. You could have hurt them. I ain't never known nobody to say they did no shit like that. And then you get out here trying to justify it because now he's old enough to tell it. And that's just what it is. He old enough to tell it, but that ain't gonna knock him in his head for telling it. Shit. That's a smart ass kid if you ask me. Hell no, I ain't gonna tell you until I get old enough to get out your house, and then I'm gonna tell the world. Hell yeah, we done beat their asses and shit like that when they needed it. But to sit up and just do your kids like that, digging all in their rumps and stuff, no, yeah, we don't got that to do, And then he old enough to realize what you was doing. And now you wonder why he like he is. Yeah. And kids only mimic what you do. So if you out here, you thinking your kids ain't old enough to realize what you doing. You laying in your bed and you playing with one of your toys. Hell, he done go in there and get his toy and think it's cool to be putting it up at him. And now you mad at him. And then you're like, oh, you wanna be this? You wanna do this? Here, I'll show you. And then, see, that's the whole thing. You punished him. You punished him for being something that you made him out to be. How do you do that? This is why I need somebody that I can,
The thing is you created that monster.
My shit is daggone monetized. I'm trying to get monetized.
You created that monster, so you can't go back on. You gotta fix what you created.
Some of y'all women be doing things in front of your kids and you think they're not old enough to realize what you're doing. And then when they grow up, they start mimicking those things that you're doing. And then you get mad. Now you mad because a little person done seen what he doing. Now he done come and told you and now you upset at him because of some shit that he done seen you do. And I feel sorry. I feel sorry for that young man. I do. And then for you not to daggone accept what you've done. And with the monster you done created. Like my husband said, you created that monster. And now you upset at the monster that you created. And that ain't cool. I love all my kids. And I'm not going to like one dislike one because one is gay. No, I love her just as much as I love the rest of my kids. And I don't daggone have a choose in my kids who I love. What kind of mom does that? Oh, I'm done with him. No, you need to daggone sit down and talk to him. You need to daggone mend what you done done. You hurt him. And then not only did you hurt him, you put him out here as if he's a liar. Like, no. And the world ain't going for your daggone trying to daggone cover up what you done. You've admitted to doing so. You can't recover from you admitting it. You admitted that you did this. And to some people, that is molestation of a child. That is a violation. Would you tell on your mom?
Yeah.
Being a boy? Basically, because
I will. I will tell on my mom.
and you will wait till you get an age where she's not going to knock you on your head, right? Because if I had waited, if I was 12 or 13, I still had to come back home to this monster that's going to beat me black and blue for telling on her. So that's why he hadn't came out and told it.
Just gonna get his ass with it.
Right. Or you daggone doing him like you did him.
Not that he's old enough. He tells it, hell yeah, because he ain't about to whoop up on his ass like that.
He 18 now,
He's a
so
grown ass man.
you ain't ready daggone
Yeah.
knock him around.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's out now. You ain't gonna told the world what you did to all of them. And some people don't daggone go for that. Now you should have took your babies to the hospital or gave them some K-Roll syrup and and everybody know about K-Roll syrup, so you can't tell me you didn't know about no K-Roll syrup. If your old mama or grandmama, whoever raised you or whatever, they was telling you not to do what you doing and you continue to do it, you knew what you were doing. And then you discipline him that way. By sticking objects off, girl, baby, bye. Can't do stuff like this and then try to daggone make yourself look good again, because you don't look good. That don't look good as a mother. To tell people on national live all over the world that you stuck your finger inside your child. Your finger is bigger than incriminate yourself. That's why that man said, hey, if you thinking about what you done, I can't even daggone take this case.
Man, you gotta be retarded if you want to do some dumb shit like that. That's
like, you telling him, no, you didn't, but you thinking about what you done, so you done flunked the test. That's how them tests play on your head. Now you got the daggone, now you done told the whole world what you done. And then incriminated yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's your word against, it's his word against your word against his now. Because he got the upper hand on you because he was able to daggone go and tell on you. And I ain't calling nobody's names in here because I'm sure that everybody that daggone follow me know who I'm talking about. Because this don't make no sense and it is all over YouTube. These YouTube streets, baby. When it hit the YouTube streets, it's all bad for you. When this shit hit the internet, and we going through the rigmarole of knowing exactly what happened, and you done incriminated. It's sad that y'all get out here and incriminate yourselves on national TV live, like. Y'all want to be so famous. It's just some things that you just don't do. It's just some things you don't do, guys. And that one thing is you don't get out here and incriminate yourself on national live. It's crazy. And then you telling the world what you done. You telling the world what you done did. And hell, everybody, it could be some people that be like, it's time for her to go to jail. And this is your public, my husband would call it a public humiliation. This your public humiliation, and it came from your own child's mouth. And you've been doing it for a while. You've been doing it long enough to where he remember it. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. You done it long enough to where he can remember it. And he waited long enough till he got old enough to where you won't beat him to death or knock him around. And he told his secret that been built in him all these years. Ooh. Oh, baby, bye. Some of y'all people is just too much. Yes, and you don't, right, Miss Linda? And you just don't daggone do that. You don't daggone go in nothing. No, I wouldn't even do that to someone that is daggone stopped up. You get a suppository or something that is made for their little stomachs and their little, what you call, but you don't go and put your big finger and pack it because that's all you're doing. If that baby is constipated, there is no way that you're helping it to come down by sticking your finger up there and pushing it further up in there. Your finger is long. You have a nail on there. You're tearing up tissue in there because you probably wiggling your finger all around, girl, and talking about you dad going trying to help. Talking about you trying to help. That's not helping to me. That is ruining and tearing up and stuff like that. You know how it is to be. And that man ain't got no goddamn going nail on there. So, I can't accept that. And I'm not going to. And hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you just you got to keep stuff off the internet. If you don't want nobody to talk about it. Keep it off the internet. Because at this point, your stuff is on the internet and everybody talking about it. It's not acceptable. And then you trying to daggone make yourself look innocent. It don't have. You better hope don't no more of the other daggone boys go gay, cause they like that feeling. Boy, honey. Anyways, y'all have a blessed day and keep your fingers out of daggone kids, because you got no business putting your fingers in no child to help them to pass a bowel movement. Have a blessed day. And God bless the child that had to go through something like that.